Now let's turn our attention to the Abortion Access Bill, which has now passed the New South Wales Parliament after the Greens did the deal with the Chris Minns government. Steph, tell me about your concerns about this legislation. Surely if it's expanding women's rights, it's a good thing.
Well, that's the way they've pitched it. But the problem with the remnants of this bill, and it has been wound back significantly, is that women in regional areas will be given access to the pill without the necessary medical support in the case of adverse events. There was a big study out with over 800,000 participants earlier this year. 1 in 10 women have had serious adverse health events to taking the medical abortion pill, including hemorrhaging and needing hospitalisation. There's been a range of adverse events.
Now to the US, where the Trump Department of Justice has reallocated federal funding for groups that support transgenderism and DEI policies, diversity, equity, inclusion. And they've diverted that funding, Steph, to boost law enforcement efforts. It's precisely the sort of thing that your group advocates for, and I would think most people would be in support of this sort of action, because that is something that is, again, another 80-20 issue, and for too long the 20% has had disproportionate power and influence.
Oh, absolutely. I think the Australian public would be shocked at the millions of dollars that are put into these activist lobby groups. ACON's one single organisation that receives over $16 million. Every local council across the country now are implementing these LGBTI advisory boards. State governments are rolling out programs. You've got programs in schools. Millions and millions of tax-funded dollars being poured into these activist groups that are wreaking havoc on society and taking away the rights of women and girls. I think it's extraordinary, and this is money that could be going to good use to address, domestic violence, boosting domestic violence shelters and support networks for women, dealing with the mental health crisis in our schools for kids, providing more counselling. I think that it would be great to have a review into just how much waste is going into these organisations, because they're wreaking a lot more havoc than they are adding a benefit to our society.